so try it again. Starting me over right where it began.
It's pretty boring, isn't it? This existence. Might as well not take fear off the table.
The dead don't die, the heart still beats, head held high, I haunt these streets, lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one more round, no reprieve. Lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die.
I think everyone's a little scared of what's next. Live or die. Live or die.
The heart still beats, head lies kill me 100,000 times. You can try, but the dead don't die. Knock me down 6 feet deep, one.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we have a good one for you between these road warriors and our home team. Ryan Fitzgerald all set to get this one started. And away we go from Brooklyn. This will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. First give of the game here to Chase Brown. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You can stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. Really create some indecision now defensively.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Putting a receiver in motion. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Complete to the rookie out of Auburn. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Give him 25 on that play. And it'll be first down Houston.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
They've got first down here from the 36. They send a man in motion. Hurts on first down. Setting up the running back screen. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Second down now. They need 7. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
There's no question, Kate. Big plays down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Short pass brought in. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit, and you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
No touch, 180, 180. No touch.
From the gun, again to Brown. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also pulls the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you can put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
A momentary speed bump there on what has otherwise been a great drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Hurts now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding out. They're able to drop it. And for the 2nd straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough 3rd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
Man in motion here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Taking a shot for the end zone. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down. Well, they've been perfect to that point on the drive, Brock. First time we've seen this coverage force him into a misstep in a while.
Now, I know you hear me talk all the time, Kate, about the rhythm of an offense, right?
Yep.
And I look at it through those optics so much. But it's the same thing defensively. You've got to get a stop, see the ball hit the ground to knock them out of that rhythm. We'll call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, it went right through.
And now he'll send this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 220. Extend. Touch right. And 10. Jump.
Fields out of the gun. Finds his running back, DeAndre Swift. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. Give him 13 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
Green 19, you're right. Hey, no, more. Hey, 10. Watch right. It's all right.
1st and 10. Here's Fields. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You know, they really love that Drake because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Up. Hey, 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Connecting with his back here, Swift. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Up. Angel. 331. Go.
Now Fields again. That's low and bounces short of his man. trying to find his tight end. And now they face second down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Here we go, Scott. 11, green 19. Hey, Ken. Out, let's go. All right.
Second and 10 now. Fields. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And the Jaguars have a first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
Here we go. 19 section. Delta. Hey, Ken. West. Hey, Ken. Say hi.
Working inside the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And Field slides down safely as he picks up the first. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just a field goal separates these two. Back with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. We're back for the start of the second quarter. Jaguars have the ball and a chance at 6.
Easy. Blue 58. Tonight.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. And this is going to be hauled in for the touchdown. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. And that opening series, you use this word a lot when we brought methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start. I mean, great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, and found the end zone as a result.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35. They go play action. Here's Hurts. Gets him downfield. This is Thomas. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop the hips and cut right inside. So good work to help reset those chains.
He's got a gain of 6 there. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, it really break the backs of the defense.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Hurts looking to throw. And he can't escape. Jaguars all over him. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
It wasn't the first time, Kate, you've called this guy's name, but definitely one of the hardest sacks he's going to have. A lot of range required to get that one done, but an impressive negative tackle for loss.
Offense going with a 4-receiver set, 3rd and long.
Let's go. Trimmer. Hey, easy. 63, back.
3rd and long for him here. This one's taken in by Thornton. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lower point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good than get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here.
Here we go. Go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. Escapes the pocket.
Kid, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't the pass. It was a scramble. But the net's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in. Second and inches. Running with Swift out of the gun. And now get him down after he gets into the 48. That one gains 7. And the Jaguars have a first down.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
It is caught left side. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And the Jaguars have a first down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Here we go. Press. Punch right. Tonight.
From the red zone now. Flushed out of the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars grow the lead to 7. It's a Justin Fields touchdown.
These touchdowns on the season haven't all looked the same, but boy, has he made a habit of scoring touchdowns on the ground.
This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow their lead to 8.
406. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. It's Brashard Smith now with the return. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
First down and 10. At their own 26-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Great.
This drive will begin with a run by Brown. dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he's making the house call here. It's a touchdown on the pick six. He not only broke on it to make the pick, Brock, but he was on the move real quick. Knowing short field, there's a great chance that he could take that one back for a touchdown.
That's exactly right. In this area of the field, an offense really only gets a second or two to react to that pick and get over and cut off his lanes. And if you don't, well, it's 6 the other way.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars lead by 15 now. A quick chance at redemption after that pick six as it's sent away. Here's Smith on the return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
First down and 10. Jaguars to 20-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Brown quick on the draw here. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Aggressive call on second.
Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7. Play action. Hurts has it. Got a lot behind this one. Downfield it goes. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his second interception of the season. That deficit, and that's nothing, Brock. They are right in this game, but they'll make it final if they keep hurting their cause with these interceptions.
Play smart, not scared. That's a mantra that the Colts and Tom Moore and Peyton play smart football, not scared to make a mistake. And right now, he is just making way too many mistakes.
Here we go, strike. Hey, 10. 19 shots. Punch right. Mayday. Sit high.
Throwing on first down. Fields. He beams one deep right side. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big plays, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
So it's second and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Fields to throw it. Caught by the open man. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. A nice skate of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
I'll be honest with you, Kate. As you grow and develop as a quarterback, your arm gets stronger. These comebacks can be one of your favorite throws in your arsenal. Because if you trust yourself and you throw it before that defender breaks, you know there's yards to be had on the perimeter.
And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. He come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
We've set it downs from 37. First down throw for Fields. To the right, hauled in by Jefferson. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Coming to the line for another first and 10.
Jaguars, first down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Fields throwing once more. Forced out to his right. And they take this in for the score. The Jaguars butt racing the Justin Fields, touchdown. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars grow the lead now to 22 points.
Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. And he'll decide to pass on the return here and take the touchback instead. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. They'll turn to the ground game and just run this clock out. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That's a nice quick correction for this front row. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
They're just going to play it safe, sticking with the ground game, looks like. This one isn't looking much better, Brock. He's handed another loss. That's 2 in a row. They've got third down now coming up. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Teams are back out on the field. Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. And it doesn't get much, up to maybe their own 40. It's Jonathan Allen on the tackle.
He's tackled at the 40.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm. Especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it. Able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet. Gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Fields to throw. He rolls to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
I'll give this quarterback credit. He bought as much time as he could, but eventually the only option left was to throw it away.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Fields throwing here. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
Jaguars, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Easy. Nelson. No mas.
Another throw for Fields. Goes right back to Jefferson, complete. He's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Jaguars have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Go.
Throwing again, it's Fields. Hits his running back. Oh, he might be close to this lead growing again. That play gives him a 1st and goal.
A play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10. There's plenty of design run. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down after a gain of 5. Right up next to that line of gain. And for somebody who's been kicked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Hurts now from the gun. Got his man. Thomas has it. They will have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. That's good for a couple of yards. And it'll be 1st down, Houston. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Gets him on the in route. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable. Creates space to take that shot downfield.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. Hurts yet again. Drop pass brought in. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
All set to go now from the 35. It's Hurts once again. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
I know coordinator, quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
All right, here we go, 2nd down. Hurts throwing again. Oh, brother, it's another interception. That's Cole Bishop. And the Jaguars are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, no doubt they envisioned that as the start of a 2nd half push for the lead. But the defense, well, defense had other ideas, Brock, protecting their team's advantage and taking possession back on the 1st play of the series.
Not the way you needed to start the half if you were thinking comeback, but exactly the way to start the half if you're trying to take this lead and step on it. That's a defender who sensed the need for a splash play and delivers.
Fields on 1st down. He throws a bullet to the center of the field. Caught just shy of the goal line. They're going to have 1st and goal when we begin our 4th quarter. the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. It's the Jaguars who have possession, and they can probably go on cruise control with that lead they've built. Four downs now to get in. Here's first and goal.
Can. Go.
Looking inside the red zone. And he is in. Touchdown. The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown. One after is good by Fitzgerald. And the Jaguars continue piling onto this lead.
6.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30.
First down and 10. And they're on the 30-yard line.
All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10. Back to work after throwing the pick. Billy Smith hurts fumbles, and they scoop it up. Time to push the line. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
So they keep the football, but now they face second and long.
Hey, Silver. 73.
Throwing here, Hurts. Dumps it off to his running back. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line, third down. Third and long for him here. He put everything he had into this one. He's got it at the 30. And he will get this inside the 30.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You've got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. They've got a man in motion. Now a shotgun handoff to Brown. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6. Shotgun snap for Hurts. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Chase Brown, his intended target, out of the backfield. And that brings up third down.
Hey, eventually, Kate, as a quarterback, you better be careful throwing check down after check down after check down. Eventually, that defense will catch on to it, and they'll make him pay and punish him there physically.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll throw third and long. Buys time, rolling right. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now a fourth down staring right at him. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that first down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they've made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this.
180, 180.
Desperation time here. He connects downfield. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go and get your job done.
Now Hurts getting his guys set for this two-point play.
63.
The offense will line up for a two-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And the pass is successful. That's a little momentum builder as they attack this deficit.
Oilers 14. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Put him in the stick. You keep off. That you're trying to end up. If I end up bad, I end up. You just soft type. What? Fake up, dog type. It's like a soft fight. Dog.
First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Out of the shotgun, Fields. Chased out to his right. No one open on that play, so he's going to chuck this to another county.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10.
11. Go.
Shotgun snap to Fields. He's got it deep downfield. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. That one hits for 30. And the Jaguars have a first down. So the big play moves him well past midfield. Has him set up now at the 35.
Here we go. Sit high.
1st and 10. Here's Fields. Short pass caught by his tight end. He makes it in for the touchdown. The Jaguars keep adding to that fourth-quarter lead.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. Route check, secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
The kick is
That
good.
one splits the uprights.
Makes the score.
And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again.
Oilers 14. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Now Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from Brooklyn. Oilers trying to do some window dressing. All right, the Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go. Trim. Hey, easy. 63, man. Hey.
Throwing from the gun here. Maybe a bit of desperation. Here's a deep shot. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. So second down coming up.
That was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Hurts trying again on second down. Complete to his back. Tank Bigsby. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
Some certainly do it better than others, Kate, but every running back in the league today has got to do just that. You cannot be a one-dimensional back in the league anymore. You can't. You got to be able to handle your business, both toting the ball as a runner, and really importantly as a check down outlet on short throws.
We had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Now can't blame him looking at that scoreboard, right? Might as well go for this on fourth down. And again, here's Hurts. Trying to push deep downfield. That's complete inside the 35. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers putting up points in a game decided. Ricky Pearsall with the touchdown.
A receiver this skilled, well, he's got every route in his back pocket. But sometimes simple is better. No complicated cuts, no double moves. You just go run right by him.
Riley Patterson on for the extra point. The point after splits the upright. And the Oilers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21.
Oilers 21. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
They put a touchdown on the board, and now they'll send it away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
Jaguars in a good starting spot here, coming up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. No mas, no mas.
Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Jaguars have a first down.
At the 47-yard line.
One play in Brock and his drive is already into enemy territory.
Here we go. 11. Easy. West right, sit. Right.
They're going to pass it here. He throws a bullet deep. This is caught inside the 15. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
The best offenses in the league, and I don't really care what level it is, Kate. They stretch it vertically, and they'll stretch it horizontally. You show them that same look and just push the ball vertical, they'll catch on to it. But you start to mix and match and run these guys across the field, you become dangerous.
Hey, Ken, go.
Throwing on first down. Fields brought in. Now first down only gets about a yard. And the defender there to force him out.
Number 17.
You give a lot of credit to receivers, and rightfully so, Kate, for them going into coverage and making a catch. I don't think we give enough credit to tight ends. I know they're big, I know they're physical, but to go into double coverage, take that contact, and come away with the catch, that's a big-time effort.
Hey, Ken.
Another throw for Fields. And he's got his man. Touchdown. The Jaguars put up even more points in a win. This is Fitzgerald trying to tack on the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jaguars continue adding on to that lead.
Oilers 21. Ryan Fitzgerald set to kick off.
Fitzgerald on to handle the kickoff. looks like he's going to opt not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 35. All set to go now from the 35. A play fake now hurts to throw. Going deep here for the end zone. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. The Oilers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. Now, this one has been a long game, no doubt. But, hey, something positive to look back on there.
But they didn't quit, Kate. And I know that sounds a little cliche at this professional level, but it really is an important thing. This one will still hurt, but they showed some execution and fire.
That one right down the middle. And the Oilers cut the lead by a quarter, down now to 21. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. Here's a Conda on the return. A decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
At their own 49
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. Fields out of the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call, and that's him the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Fields on 1st down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And this one doesn't go far.
You know, with some of these tight ends today, you could put 2 guys, put 3 guys on them, and they still find a way to make those catches. With how they move at their size, they really are the ultimate matchup advantage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
Here we go. West right, zip. Delta.
Field throwing here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. DJ Turner comes up with it. And the Oilers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
First down 10 at the 35-yard line.
All set to go now from the 35.
Hey, let's go.
The 1st down carry for Brown. And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
This offense is now left some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down. After that drive starts, the very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Slot man motioned over. Hurts now from the gun. And there's our last-stand image of this game. It's intercepted. Daniel Scott with the pick. And the Jaguars see the return go out of bounds. And that is how this game's going to end. So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Bronk, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but